noticeably shinier, and this is even before I add any kind of sealant or protection. See how it turns out. First thing was a hand wash. It's just a soap and water hand wash. Tried to use a wheel and tire cleaner on the tires, but they seem to still be staying pretty dirty. Then next I'm going to Claybar the paint, and then I'll put a hybrid ceramic spray on it. But the quality of the factory paint is actually pretty good. I'm not going to do any kind of buffing or correction. I'm actually quite pleased with the quality of the paint. It just needs to be cleaned. So just next is Claybar, and then I'll put some protection on it. You know, I almost dare say that it doesn't even need clay. It is very slick. There's only a little bit of particles embedded. You can feel 2 particles there, but overall you run your hand over it and it has very little fallout. But I'm still going to do it because I can still feel every little here and there. There's a little bit of a contaminant stuck in the paint. Mostly bugs though, because I have driven this already 1,200 kilometers since I got it, because I didn't have a chance to do a full detail on it. But overall, paint out of the factory, being shipped from Mississippi to Ontario, with how the paint is held up during transport. So for my Claybar regimen, I just use a diluted car soap and a Claybar, and mostly I'm just going to do a selective hit. I don't know if I'm going to clay the whole thing. I don't really think it needs it. So I'm just going to hit some of these areas where I noticed that there was some contaminants. Usually on the rear and the front is where you pick up the most kind of contaminants. You just want to do that until it's smooth and all of those embedded particles are gone, and it is noticeably ever so slightly smoother than over here. So maybe I will do the full box and then the front bumper, or who knows. I'll probably just keep going and do the whole dang thing because I know it helps. I know it will improve the look of the paint overall. Anyway, Claybar time. Okay, actually this paint is a little bit different. It is picking up quite a bit of particles. Even though I couldn't feel it, after you go over it, you can noticeably hear it actually pick up some of it. So here's some right here. We're just gonna lightly rub over this, and it's gonna pick up this fiber. It's gonna pick up embedded particles out of the paint. At least it should. This one's being stubborn. That spot's being stubborn. Anyway, I'll keep at it, but you can hear and feel the difference as you go. And I will do the entire vehicle now because I can notice it already in just a couple of passes I've done on the box. Now there are some areas on this vehicle already that have some paint protective film. You don't want to clay that, so just avoid that, go around it. There's spots here, and I think there's some on the front too. Anyway, there's a couple of spots where you get some paint protection film. Oh yeah, on the rear bumper too. Work around that stuff because it'll stick to the paint PPF when you try and clay over it. So just use it on paint. Don't run it on the matte, only the glossy paint. All right, I ended up claying the whole thing because of course I did, but it's noticeable, right? I think it's noticeable. Noticeably shinier, and this is even before I add any kind of sealant or protection. It had 2 washes, 1 paint spray when I first got the vehicle, and then 1 hand wash today. Now the full Claybar treatment, and now I'm going to coat it. So I think I'm going to use a hybrid ceramic coating this time. My Golf R has had 3 full, tedious ceramic coatings on it, and it works very well, but it's unnecessary. The hybrid sprays are so good now. For the truck, I think I'm just going to do that, and then I will top it with a bead maker on top, and I think I'm going to use the Turtle Wax hybrid ceramic coating. I've heard very good things about it. It's had very good reviews, and we're going to do that next. The cleaning and decontamination phase is done, and next we're going to go on to the coating phase, and this is the product I was telling you about that I wanted to try, which is the Turtle Wax hybrid ceramic solutions. This is about 1 to 2 years old now at the time that I'm filming this in 2022. This, surprisingly, for being a Turtle product, is one of the best hybrid ceramic sprays that is on the market. Been very well reviewed. So wash and dry car, shake well for best results. Do not over apply. Use 2 sprays per panel, spread and wipe with a clean microfiber. Then use another separate clean microfiber to remove it. Best performance paint should be free of oxidization and surface contaminants. Clay or polish your paint first. Then you can apply a second coat for 12 months of protection after 24 hours. So that's what we're going to try. And it says not to get it on convertible tops. So I am going to either fold up the tonneau or remove it completely, because I would like to get the hybrid ceramic spray on the plastic, matte plastics. It does well on matte plastics, so I am going to do that, but I don't want it on the what I'm calling a convertible top. So I will be folding this up or taking it off, and you can put this over glass and paint. I'm not going to put it on my tires because I don't have them as clean as I would like. So I think I'm going to try and avoid tires for now, and I'll probably do that on a secondary coat later. But yeah, so that's where we're at. This is what it looks like before adding a coating. We're going to get to see what it looks like after I add a coating on it, a hybrid coating. This time I'm not going to do the painful process of a full ceramic. I'm going to go the easy route, and we'll see how it turns out. 2 sprays, and then we'll go do, when they say panel, I consider half of a hood a panel. So we're going to do 2 sprays. Look at how far it went over there. So you want to make sure you wipe it all in. Nice. Actually, I should use the low pile side and wipe it in. And then I actually don't know how, like, it didn't say about flash curing it. It just said wipe it on and then buff it off. So we will do that. But it looks very easy to apply. That's one of the things why this was so well rated. Anyway, I'm gonna put the camera away and keep going because this stuff is somewhat time sensitive. I don't want any high spots. Here's a quick little comparison. If you can tell, hood, fender, front door is done. Rear door, rear box is not. So, you know, slightly noticeably shinier to me, front doors. Anyway, gotta keep going. The whole front clip is done, and it still needs to cure overnight. Very easy stuff to work with. Quick wipe on, quick wipe off. All right, we're done the Turtle hybrid ceramic coating, and it was fairly easy to apply. One of the easiest ceramic coatings I've put on a vehicle before. That's the whole point of a ceramic hybrid spray. Truck is done. I'm gonna let it cure for the 12 hours overnight, and it should be ready to use in a regular duty cycle tomorrow. And this is called Boulder Gray Pearl paint, and it has a very, very slight pearl to it. You can barely notice, but it does have a pearlescent effect, and adding the ceramic coating does enhance the pearl just slightly. Anyway, that's it. First detail complete on the 2022 Nissan Frontier Pro-4X. I think the ceramic coating works. You can almost see the water accelerate and bead off. See that? Shoot off the front of the truck. The ceramic coating's working. Sometimes it shoots a big bead off like that. It's kind of funny. This is after one coat of the hybrid ceramic turtle spray. Pretty good. Nice beadage. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're new on here, subscribe. If you want to talk to me, leave a comment down below. As always, thanks for watching. Nice beadage.